We are set up to be emotionally dysfunctional by our role models, both parental and societal. We are taught to repress and distort our emotional process. We are trained to be emotionally dishonest when we are children. This emotional repression and dishonesty causes society to be emotionally dysfunctional. Additionally, urban-based civilization has completely disregarded natural laws and natural cycles, such as the human developmental process. There is no integration into our culture of the natural human developmental process. As just one blatant example of this, consider how most so-called primitive or aboriginal societies react to the onset of puberty. When a girl starts menstruating, ceremonies are held to celebrate her womanhood, to honor her coming into her power, to honor her miraculous gift of being able to conceive. Boys go through training and initiation rites to help them make the transition from boyhood to manhood. Look at what we have in our society. Junior high school. A bunch of scared, insecure kids who torture each other out of their confusion and fear and join gangs to try to find an identity. This lack of integration of the natural human growth process causes trauma. At each stage of the developmental process, we were traumatized because of the emotionally repressive, spiritually hostile environment into which we were born. We went into the next stage incomplete, and then were re-traumatized, were wounded again. We have a feeling place, stored emotional energy, and an arrested ego state within us for an age that relates to each of those developmental stages. Sometimes we react out of our 3-year-old, sometimes out of our 15-year-old, sometimes out of the 7-year-old that we were. If you are in a relationship, check it out the next time you have a fight. Maybe you are both coming out of your 12-year-olds. If you are a parent, maybe the reason you have a problem sometimes is because you are reacting to your 6-year-old child out of the 6-year-old child within you. If you have a problem with romantic relationships, maybe it is because your 15-year-old is picking your mates for you. The next time something does not go the way you wanted it to, or just when you are feeling low, ask yourself how old you are feeling. What you might find is that you are feeling like a bad little girl, a bad little boy, and that you must have done something wrong because it feels like you are being punished. Just because it feels like you are being punished does not mean that is the truth. Feelings are real. They are emotional energy that is manifested in our body, but they are not necessarily fact. What we feel is our emotional truth, with a small t, and it does not necessarily have anything to do with either facts or the emotional energy that is truth with a capital T, especially when we are reacting out of an age of our inner child. If we are reacting out of what our emotional truth was when we were 5 or 9 or 14, then we are not capable of responding appropriately to what is happening in the moment. We are not being in the now. When we are reacting out of old tapes based on attitudes and beliefs that are false or distorted, then our feelings cannot be trusted. When we are reacting out of our childhood emotional wounds, then what we are feeling may have very little to do with the situation we are in or with the people with whom we are dealing in the moment. In order to start being in the moment in a healthy, age-appropriate way, it is necessary to heal our inner child. The inner child we need to heal is actually our inner children, who have been running our lives because we have been unconsciously reacting to life out of the emotional wounds and attitudes, the old tapes of our childhood.